Hey guys, Sean here. Welcome to the F1 Word and the first episode in what could be a mini-series on F1's future stars and why they deserve a seat in Formula One. And we are kicking off naturally with F2 Championship leader Charles Leclerc. Okay, so this is going to be opinion-based. There's going to be some facts in here as well. But if it sounds a little bit scripted, it's not scripted as such. I've kind of got loads of notes in front of me that I'm kind of reading from because I've got a good memory of F1 and some of the lower categories, but I don't know everything off the top of my head. So at just 19 years old, the youngster is already demonstrating F1 champion-like on-track decision-making that is evident in his dominance of Formula 2 this season. He has a natural speed that I would say appears almost effortless. Is that the word? Effortless? Just seems to come to him so naturally, and his ability and commitment is second to none in a field of up-and-coming stars in Formula 2. He really is wowing everybody this season. He's almost Hamilton-esque in that he's untouchable when in his best form, and that is not just Hamilton-esque, it's something that will lead him to great things in F1, has led so many drivers to massive success in Formula 1. When on form, you just cannot touch the guy. He's fantastic. His overtaking ability as well is just so impressive. His overtakes are aggressive, but they're all so well calculated and they're just cleanly delivered 99.9% of the time. And that's something that we used to say a lot about Max Verstappen when he was a heck of a lot younger than he is now. And by a heck of a lot younger, I mean about 2 years, because he's only like 20 years old himself. So talk about Max Verstappen like he's a seasoned veteran. And as demonstrated this year, Charles has also shown that he's able to win from anywhere on the grid. And I know before you start, it will be a heck of a lot harder for him to do in Formula 1 than it is in F2. But in a field of hungry and aspiring young talent, you have to say that's impressive nevertheless. It really is. And there's such great talent in I can keep wanting to say GP2, but in F2 this season. And he's just blowing them all away. And you just can't fault the guy on that. I'm going to say something now that is going to divide opinion for sure. And that is that, in my opinion, Charles is showing a readiness that is equal to, if not greater, than that of Lewis Hamilton in 2006. Brace yourself. Whether you agree or not, the stats speak for themselves. And the stats I'm going to put on screen now, I have adjusted the points for Lewis Hamilton to the 2017 Formula 2 point scoring system because that's the fairest way to kind of balance this out and give a fair example. So in 2006, Lewis Hamilton had 21 races, picked up 5 wins, a pole position, 7 fastest laps and 14 podiums, picking up a total of 313 points. Now, Charles, in 2017, has only done 12 races and already picked up the same number of wins. That's 5, 6 pole positions, 4 fastest laps, 7 podiums, and a total of 188 points. Now, I know that is a way off 313, but that's only 12 races in to a 22 race season. Okay, long way to go, 10 more races. And Charles can comfortably surpass that tally from 2006. And I think if we were to do it just on wins in the feature race, he needs 5, but he can do it with podiums in the sprint race and the feature race. So he's going to surpass that tally if he carries on the form he is. And that is why I'm going to say if Lewis was deemed ready to race in the fastest car in 2007, then Charles is clearly more than ready to do the same in 2018. It's just an opinion. I know that's going to divide a lot of people, but I just feel that although I'm comparing him to Lewis Hamilton, he's just a completely different driver, but some of the qualities Lewis Hamilton had in 2006 just shine through in Charles Leclerc, possibly even better, and that is a big thing to say. Whack the pressure on his shoulders, and he absolutely should be driving in Formula 1 next year. But where does he go? Now, this is the big question that's got everyone really, what do you do with him now? Ferrari, that is one option. But if history tells anything, it is that this will not happen. They will not sign Charles Leclerc to a race seat next season. They like to have 2 experienced drivers in their race seat. And you go back to Eddie Irvine had been in this sport for a couple of years. Rubens Barrichello, massive experience. You know, they don't go and sign drivers. Even Felipe Massa spent time at Sauber before Ferrari. So they don't sign young talent, and they might look at it as a gamble. And if you look at that, you kind of say that's not going to happen. However, is it time for change? Do they need to look at things differently now? Ferrari, Formula 1's changing. Drivers are getting younger and younger and younger. And he's such a talent. Charles Leclerc is such a talent. Why would Ferrari not? They'd be crazy to risk losing him in the coming years. I mean, look at what Red Bull did in desperation almost to keep on a Max Verstappen. You know, they ditched Daniel Kvyat, threw in Max Verstappen just to keep him out of the clutches of Mercedes and Ferrari. A gamble at the time that clearly, with hindsight, has paid off. But they've got to get him signed up. And it would be fantastic as well for him to sign him with Ferrari. Just use their brain. Sign him up, get him alongside Sebastian Vettel. It's a great experience and a fantastic learning opportunity for him. And that would just also give Ferrari the time to tailor him to fit their long-term future plans and make him almost the new Mr. Ferrari. You know, that's a great opportunity for Ferrari. I don't see it happening though. I think it is more likely that he will be driving for Haas in 2018. He's already driven for them, of course, in testing and is one of their development drivers. And it would also give him plenty of time to learn the Formula 1 ropes, a couple of years there. And it would also allow Ferrari to keep control over his destiny. Okay, and that also, but it gives Charles even more time to work with the Ferrari power unit. And with Romain Grosjean an option for Ferrari in 2018, a seat may be about to open up. So that is an opportunity there. Out of everybody, it kind of makes the most sense. So I personally think he will be at Haas next year, but there are other options. Force India, for example, another driver linked with a move to Ferrari, Sergio Perez. Could Ferrari take him on and give Force India Leclerc in return? Possibly. A lot of teams do that. Mercedes have done it before with teams. It will give him, again, time to learn the ropes, and it will give him a bit more experience at the head of the midfield, sort of almost fighting with the front guys in some Grand Prix, and that's something that Ferrari would want to see. But with Force India's ties to Mercedes and Pascal Vettel, I'm ready to hop into any seat vacated by Perez or Ocon. It appears unlikely that chance will come for Charles. Another honorary mention, Sauber, I guess, but with the Swiss outfit's long-term ties to Ferrari being severed in 2018, it's highly unlikely the team would take on the Ferrari youngster. But, in my opinion, they'd be kind of mad to pass up the opportunity. But that's... We'll see. We'll see what Sauber decides to do. Him and Marcus Ericsson. If Fairline goes to Force India, Perez to Ferrari, it is possible. It's all key to what Ferrari do with Kimi Räikkönen. That's something for another video, though. I wanted to keep this video kind of short because it's just me giving my opinion on future F1 stars. So in conclusion, the fact remains that Charles Leclerc he must have an F1 seat in 2018. I tweeted that out yesterday and he liked it, so he totally agrees. He's clearly going to win the Formula 2 championship, and so the door will be closed for further development within that series. Possibly a reserve driver role at Ferrari, but I think he's far too good to be sat waiting in the wings for somebody to retire or disappear. That's just not good enough. If Ferrari are clever, they'll partner him with Seb Vettel in 2018 and have a metaphorical, let's say, passing of the baton when he leaves in a few years' time. But as I've said, history tells us Ferrari just wouldn't take what they would see as a gamble on youth. I just don't think they'll do it. At the very least, they have got to arrange for Charles Leclerc to take one of the seats at Haas or do a deal to get him a seat with another, maybe non-Ferrari team. I mean, I think there is only going to be Haas next year supplied by Ferrari, but they need to get a deal done. But once again, I'm going to reiterate this. They must get him a seat. He is just another one of those young drivers that needs to be in the sport now. There are not many. Max Verstappen was one. You could argue Pierre Gasly last year. I made a video on him. He was one as well. He should have been in straight away. They need to do it. Too much young talent has gone to waste over the last few years. Let's not make Charles Leclerc another one. Come on, Ferrari. Sign him up or get him a seat. You have got to do it. But that's it. What do you guys think? Will he be in F1 next year? Should Ferrari take a chance on him, or do you agree that he'll probably end up at Haas, possibly Sauber, possibly even Force India? Who knows? We'll find out. The driver market, Ferrari hold that key for so many reasons for the 2018 driving market. We will see how that goes. Fingers crossed he gets a seat. But as ever, guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been Sean. This has been the F1 Word, and until next time, goodbye.